Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. This is my Christmas card swap video. One of them. There are many of them. These are videos that I show some amazing, amazing cards that come from the people that create the cards for my card swap. So if you would leave a comment for all these amazing card makers, show them some love because they put a lot of time and effort into all of these wonderful swaps. Now, this card swap for the 2020 is closed, but if you would like to join the Facebook group, I have multiple going throughout the year, and there'll be another one next year in 2021 if you happen to catch this later on. All right, so the first set of cards is from Creations by Donna. This is Donna B. I'm just going to say, for the most part, first, last name, those have a different name. And also, if any of these card makers or designers have left me their Instagram, their YouTube, their blog, whatever links that they want to show for their fun creations, I will have them linked as shortly after this video goes live. And if you're watching this post live, then they will be there. So these cards are similar but different. I love to show kind of how they're all made. Because they have a beautiful shimmery shiny. I mean, look at that. Shimmery shiny. Same concept. We have a solid cardstock, and she has gone through and printed this through her printer. And then here we go. Here's another one. And there's different sayings. They're long sayings, so I'll just leave it there. And if you guys want to pause and read it after the fact, you're more than welcome to do so. We got a lot of cards to go through today. But I love that she added some little extra cut pieces out, these little shimmery bits left over from, or she punched them out from the shininess. And then she's got a matte. This one she did not matte because it has such a beautiful large snowflake. This one she's got a smaller matte. And then she has heat embossed in red and then gold, the Merry Christmas and then Peace, Love, and Joy. This one is a little bit just shiny, and this one's kind of glittery, a little bit of a glitteriness to it in that heat embossing. They're really, really pretty. And so this one, she's also doubled it up, but all these beautiful snowflakes. All right, another one. I think this one's so pretty. This is another one from Donna. And this one is a really cool card because that tree is stunning. Oh my goodness. I'm assuming this is a die. So what she has done, it's a base card. And again, this one she has lined here. Sorry, I've got cards just off camera here, so I'm all ready to go. I don't have to go hunting for them. So she's printed this off on a sheet of paper, and then these are two strips of the same paper that is from the front. This beautiful plaid, and I'm a sucker for blues and greens, so I think that may be why I'm a little bit attracted to this card. And hello, everybody who's gotten on. We got Cindy, we got June, we got Crystal, we got so many amazing people on. Thank you for joining me. And so she's printed it and says, I'll read this one. May the joy and love of Maybe I can read this one. May the joy and love you feel this holiday season extend to every day throughout the new year. I love that. And then, so she's got that beautiful plaid. And then on the front here, she has cut out the sheet of paper in white, embossed it with this beautiful Swiss dots. You can just see those dots through there. Look at those beautiful dots. Oh, hello, Donna. It's not a die, cut from a template. Ooh, that makes it even more impressive. See, Donna's on. Amazing cards, Donna. Thank you so much for joining us. So it's a template that, did you use then a sharp razor edge? There's a name for it, craft knife, that's it. And then so if it's cut from a template, she's probably cut it, and then she's folded them down. And this is what I got to give you super big props for. The back of the card paper, the plaid paper, you can see the lines. She has lined up her folds dead on. I mean, look at that. She's got that one fold right there, dead on with the, see it? You can see that gold line, and here you can see the dotted white line. I mean, it is on there. So it is perfectly symmetrically in line with the background paper, which I think is awesome. She spent that extra time to do it. A Stamped Merry Christmas with that same plaid paper popped up. And then she's added little jewels on here, those little pearls, and then one up at the top just to kind of show little ornaments. Very, very pretty. I'll send it to you. Oh, thanks, Donna. It's really cool. All right. She made one of my favorite kinds of cards, which is a pop-up version, something an interactive card. I love this. I love these ones that are just a little bit something extra. I think they're so much fun. And this is actually not as hard as you think it is to kind of put together. They're really, really fun. So she's got kind of this darker, almost not wine, but just a really deep, dark, rich red background. Beautiful plaid paper again. And then she has done some scoring. So she has scored at certain sections and folded it up. Some of them are cut, some of them are scores. And then she's got her two pieces right here. So a Merry Christmas stamped with Santa colored in. and then wishing you a very magical Christmas. So when you open up the card, it does this, but it closes. Oops, there we go. It closes nice and firm. So it's a really fun card that you can pop open and create. And then she's got that beautiful shiny paper again, the 'Tis the Season, the rounded rectangle, and then the same plaid paper. I believe it's the same plaid paper, cut on a diagonal, so it's not the same. And then that is got, how many layers did you put on there, Donna? There's got to be at least 6 or 7 layers. So the same exact tree she has die cut out, or cut on a Cricut or something, she can let you know. And layer, versus doing a pop dot, which is really cool. A little fuzz on there. And then a little star at the top. So very, very pretty, super pretty. I love the shininess of that. So gorgeous. All right. These two I'm putting together, even though they look very different, they have the same kind of concept, which is that little peekaboo window here. So it's a little bit of a window popped up. Now what she's put inside of her window is very different. 4 layers, looks like a ton more. It looks so many more. So she's got a white cardstock base. Again, she's had that extra little bit down here. I'm assuming, Donna, you printed this on your computer, probably with like an Avery set or something. I could be wrong, but I think you printed these and cut them. And then here we have one that's on a blue paper that's been printed out as well. Born at midnight clear, a baby boy is small and dear, a holy child sent from glory. That is the real Christmas story. So very, very pretty. And then the story definitely goes along with the front of the card. And then here, thinking of you at Christmas and sending best wishes for a happy new year. And then she always has her little stamp on the back, which I love. So here we have 3 layers. We have green, then we have white, and then we have the plaid green. And she has cut out, it's the same tree she did for the last card. And she said 4 layers, so I'm going to go with 4 layers on this one too. Same plaid, layer. And it's a Merry Christmas. It's been heat embossed in gold. And then this plaid paper here has actually been raised up. So she's put, I think she's put, yeah, there's pop dots going all the way around the edges here, a little bow at the bottom, and then some pearls. This is the same concept of this piece of paper right here has been popped up, but instead of being a plaid paper with multiple mats behind it, she has embossed the white paper, and it's really pretty because it looks like all these stars. So the stars kind of match in with the idea of the manger. So behind that, she's got the stamped manger just in black, and probably a little bit of, looks like some blending of a little bit of a light blue behind there, and then joined to the world, matted in that same blue with a little ribbon. So very pretty. Why do you not see? Oh, so Donna is commenting through Facebook, and I'm streaming live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So unless you're on Facebook, you can't see your comments. I can see both of mine tied in together. So depending on where you're watching me from, depends on what comments you're seeing. But I'm trying to relay what the comments are being said. So that way, if you're on one platform or the other, you can see what the comments are. So good question, Cindy. So there's a lot of people on from different places. Figure I'd try and hit as many people as I possibly could, because people like to watch from different platforms. And that way you guys get to see all the amazing cards. So one more from Donna. I thought she did an amazing job on this one too. So she made a bunch of other cards. I cannot show every single card because she did so many amazing ones. So I kind of picked 5 or 6 per person. If they only did 1, then that's the one. If they only did 3 or 4, I did 4. But if they made like 15 different cards, bless you, Catherine. It's my daughter. She just sneezed. Then I picked 5 or 6 kind of versions of the cards they made. So that way, because we have a ton of people in the swap, and I would be doing videos every day if I was showing every last card. So I kind of did the highlights, I guess is the best, but you get the idea of what most of the cards are, the people that they did. So here is another one, last one from Donna. And again, she's done that little beautiful strip. I believe this feels like washi tape. And then another one, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you get the idea. On green cardstock, beautiful gold paper, stamped, blended in green all the way around. And this one, I believe, is in pencil. So she has got colored pencils here that she's got this beautiful poinsettia, and then sending you holiday hello. And then a few of those little gold stars punched out as well. So super pretty. Thank you so much, Donna, for your amazing cards. I love them. Okay, we are moving on to Brenda Wilson. I haven't seen Brenda comment, so I'm not sure if she's on right here. And just because your cards are not in this video, you will be coming. There is a lot of cards, and I just picked up some more yesterday with my daughter. We've gone through and processed some of them, and we'll be processing more, and another video will be going up shortly. So I tried to hit, we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different people today. So, but we've got close to 70 people in the swap. So I try to hit as many as possible. All right, so beautiful card. I love the background paper is got a little bit something extra. So you can see it's this beautiful pattern paper. It's a single-sided. On the inside, she's added a little something fun. So we got 2 circles punched in, sending loads of Christmas wishes. And then this gorgeous scalloped scalloped rectangle, that's the word. And then the tree on the inside. And you know, they're very simple cuts, but just the whole look of the whole thing is just so elegant and just very, very pretty. I love these cards because when you're making Christmas cards, sometimes you want to go super fancy and get super detailed and spend lots of time. And sometimes you're like, I just want to make a whole bunch of really pretty cards, and so I can make more of them. And so everybody's cards that you put the time and effort and the love into them, it really does show and it makes a difference. And thank you guys so much for sending me all these wonderful ones. You have that die. I don't even know which one it is, but it's a beautiful one. And then she's added all these gorgeous gems and then the ribbon up at the top. Super gorgeous. All right. Another one from Brenda Wilson. Here we go. So this is a great one that you have a stamp that's very Christmassy and you're like, what am I going to do with that? How am I going to make this? Where do I go with that? So she's used this really cute Christmas stamp that is a train with all the beautiful wreaths and garlands and stuff. And like here you see a bunch of toys in the back. So she stamped it. She's selectively colored certain things. She is then blended with red over top. Then we have a red background, a matte, beautiful, it looks like candy stripe background on that with all this glitteriness, all in a red card. And then you open it up and we have a giant Merry Christmas on the inside. So you don't have to put a sentiment on the front of your cards. You can leave it just the image itself. So it's a great way to use some of maybe those large stamps that you have. This is an awesome idea. Really get that just zing out there. I got it from a lady. Oh, you got a D-stash. It has like 10 nesting rectangles. Oh, cool. Well, there you go. Great way to use it. I love de-stashing. They're great. All right. Now, she is not on. Brenda is not on, so I don't know the answer to this, but I think this is a card kit. I could be wrong. And the only reason why I say this is, which I love, card kits are awesome because it gets you out there, it gets you being crafty, it gets you doing something creative, and sometimes you just need those no-brainers that you don't have to think about and go, what design am I going to make? Where do I have to go? You just want to be creative. And I love those. So it's a standard card. We have a white inside with, and I'll talk about the front in a minute because it's a little different. She's added a sentiment, may the spirit of the season warm your heart all year long. Now, the reason why I say this is from a set or a kit or something is because this ornament and this ornament are printed on the paper, but this one is not. And all of these lines are printed on the paper. So I think this is just one where she added, because this one I could pull up. So she's added the ornament in line. So it gives it a little dimension. And then she's gone through and added all the gems and the ribbons. But they're so perfectly symmetrical that it has to be a kit. But if you had an ornament stamp or an ornament die, I love these beautiful kinds of cards because the ornaments just kind of are hanging there. So you could totally take this concept and this idea if you have, and there's lots of different companies out there that have ornament stamps, and they might be smaller. So just mat it a few times and you could totally do a card like this. So it's a great inspiration. And I love the color scheme here. It's so like they're not bright red and bright orange, they're these rich, beautiful colors. Awesome. All right, another one from Brenda. Here we go. So she did a whole bunch of, so some cards she did a bunch of. I think these are, she may have had like 3 or 4 of these, maybe a couple more of these. Some cards that, I'm gonna like the ones I showed you next, she did a whole bunch. Some cards she did just a couple of them. So she kind of did a few, let's put it that way. All right, so here we have a red card base. It says Giant Merry Christmas on here. And then she has taken this amazing pattern paper here at the bottom. And, oh, Cindy, you're saying, I use ornament dies in mine, paper in some of the other elements. Yeah, oh, they're from a kit. Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. The other one, yes, but you can totally make them into a little kit. That's a great idea. All right, so the paper on here is a pattern paper. So she probably had like strips of this and she cut it out and placed it on. Maybe it was a 6x6 paper, maybe it was a full 12x12, but it's a great way to use like a pattern paper that's a scene and put them on a card, which is great. And then she has a little bit of some washi tape and glittery red, and then a pattern paper up top, probably from the same pack. So the colors match. And therefore it's just the bottom part is the scene. And then she's got an element which is just her scallop circle, and then May Your Days Be Merry stamped. And that's just an awesome card. Awesome way to use your paper. All right, so now she's taken the same truck idea. She did a bunch of these, but as you can tell, you can kind of switch it up and change it up. So she's used that same one, sending loads of Christmas wishes. And she has stamped, colored, and die cut out this truck. And then there's a Christmas tree that fits in the back. And as you can tell, sometimes they're a little bit different colors. Sorry, we have a puppy that we're puppy sitting, and she's getting kind of antsy. So why don't you take her outside, and she needs to go potty, okay? She's kind of dancing around here like she needs to go somewhere. On this card, she made the mat very large. And on this card, she made it smaller. So you can really change it up and have fun with it. She played around with where the sentiment was. Here it's a little bit bigger and a little bit different. So even though the elements are the same, there's so many different ways that you can change it up and make it, just tweak it a tiny bit and make it a little bit different. And it works no matter what. I love that. All right, and I already showed you what was on the inside. I want to see if this one's different. Nope, same one, same stamp. All right, great way to use up craft paper. I love when I get to use paper, so I'm lining these up so they fit on here. Hey, everybody. Hi, Teresa. You're new. Hello. Yes, that red truck is awesome. So this is just using black ink and craft paper. That's it. And then she used some embossing. So here is, oh no, we have a cream paper on the inside. So Warm Wishes, it makes it look like leather. When you emboss craft paper, it looks so pretty. So she's embossed it with these beautiful snowflakes. And so you can see this pattern. And then she's just lightly gone over it with some black ink just to kind of make them pop. Added some stickles on here. She has the stamped snowman, which she has inked the edges, popped it up a tiny bit, some more stickles to make it look like the snow is shining, and a little Let It Snow on the front. So it's, yeah, it's so simple yet so elegant. It's the best way to describe it. It is gorgeous. All right, and the last one from Brenda. Nope, yeah, that was the last one from Brenda. I think, let me sure. Nope, that was Kathleen. I'm so sorry. I had it in the wrong pile, but we're going to go with Kathleen. This is Kathleen. So she's an amazing hand stamped by Kathleen. Sorry. We switched to a different person all of a sudden. I think the last ones were all Brenda. Yeah. So now here's the next one from Kathleen. Sorry, ladies. So this next one is another one that uses a beautiful pattern paper. I mean, these pattern papers have been around for a while. The ones where it's all the Christmas music in the background, and there's so many different renditions of that, and they're gorgeous. And so she's taken that out of this beautiful kind of tinseliness to the background, a couple of flags in a couple different pattern papers. And then on this one, it's one of those, ooh, what's this? And as you shimmer it and shine it, can you guys see it? It says Noel. There it is right there. And so it's just a little hint. It's a stamp, but it's just kind of one of those, oh, what is it? And you have to just kind of hit it off the side, which is really pretty. And on the inside, it says, Welcome Christmas into your heart. It's really pretty. Sorry, my boys are upstairs excited about something. Not quite sure what. Oh, and I love this. So this one is she has taken all these amazing Santas. She did a whole bunch like this. This is, again, Kathleen. And inside, I believe in Santa Claus. And then she's got these beautiful vintage Santas that are on the front that have been popped up. And these are a little bit of a chipboard, so they're a little heavier. So she must have had a whole pack of them because there's probably about 15 or so cards that were like this. And then she's got all these other little chipboard pieces that are all, this one's Peace, Noel, and there was other versions too. This one, she's added another element on top, or it might have come that way. That's a little ornament. And then on a beautiful plaid paper. So just so simple, and it really gets the whole thing working. All right, we're moving on to the next person. Here we go. All right, this is a fun one. So this one is by Sherry's Creations, handmade just for you. So this is by Sherry J. And there's been a couple of cards been turned in this year where somebody has created an element, an ornament that you can pull off that you can then keep, which I think is so fun. So it's turned into something that's not just a card. It hangs over the edge. There's been a few of these. I think they're so cool. So this is one where she has 3 layers of washi tape just on a white front card. And then she stamped Merry, 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 Merry in gold. And then she's got here more stamping in gold, Peace, Joy, and Love with the snowflakes on here. 2 snowflake stickers that she's then created this beautiful snowflake ornament. So on the front side, it's layered. So it's the gold, then glitter, then white, and then gold. And then on the back side, she's got a couple of really pretty snowflakes. So it's this shiny, shimmery, glittery, almost transparent, and then another one that's in white. And it's just so fun to see that there's a little something that you get to keep, but when you take it off, you still have a really pretty card, which I think is fun. So that one is from Sherry. She had really a lot of fun with her metallics. So here is a whole bunch of the other cards that she made. They're all in versions of these beautiful metallics. So she had a whole bunch of papers. There were all these silver bells. There were reindeers. They were sayings. Some of them even said Happy New Year on there. And she just really let the beautiful paper shine. She really just kind of let it just do its thing. She matted it on, like the ones on black and then on white paper. And on the inside, she did more of those beautiful snowflake stamped with the same sentiment. I think she has, yep, same here, but this time in gold. So she played around with what color. So if it was silver and so forth, she used the same color tones. So black matte, and then she has a silver. Below here is the snowflakes and another pattern paper. And then for this one, she added a ribbon. For some, she added ribbons if she sectioned off the different, if the card was a little bit smaller, she had a fun paper. This one, the card is nice and big. It reminds me of those 4x6 cards that are on those sheets of paper that she just cut up. She left it as is. So this whole piece right here is all the same. And it's got some like raised bits to it too. So it's not, this is like it's been embossed on there. And then it's layered with two really pretty pattern papers that blend in really well. So super gorgeous. You just ordered that dotted rectangle die set. Ooh, they're fun. I love rectangle. I love die sets, especially when they're layered. They're so pretty. All right, this next set, and I'm going to show them as a trio because they're all the same but different, if that makes sense. And this one is from Crafty Lady Designs. I had her name, but I don't remember. Sorry, I've got my Post-it note over here. Gwen, I think this one is Gwen's. So she's got a different name on the back compared, but it's got a big G. So I'm guessing it's going to be Gwen. So this is Gwen's. And they're all similar, but the elements she added on the top is what makes it a little different. So they're all a red cardstock base. And then you open it up. Nice plain on the inside. You can write whatever you like. And then she's got embossing on top. She did some in green, some in white. And then a few of them, she added another fun card on top of that in a pattern paper. So it really depended on where she went with that. And then she's got these beautiful elements. So this is one, it's actually two of them layered on top of each other. I don't know if they came that way. It's like paper pieced together. I think these could have been like popped out and then she put them together, or they may have come this way. I'm not sure. Here's another one that's a beautiful, it's got holly in the background with a bow. Here's one that's got a tag and then a bow on top. And they've all been raised up a little bit. So it's just, again, letting the paper shine, seeing that beautiful embossing folder. She really let that embossing folder just shine. And she did it in a bunch of different colors, as you can see, or two different colors, I should say. And then having fun with the beautiful element on the top. All right, next, we have Bevan Weeks. I love these. She made so many beautiful cards. So I have a really itchy nose all of a sudden. She made so many beautiful cards that all have a very vintagey vibe to them. There's a lot of different companies that have stitched rectangle die frames. There's a ton of them. I could probably, Lawn Fawn, Spellbinders, Sizzix has them, Maker's Movement has them, and it's pretty much every company has their own version of stitched circles, stitched rectangles, stitched tags, stitched stars, stitched, you name it. They're stitched everything, hearts. So there's a ton of them out there. So whatever company you like, they've got them. I can almost bet on it if they have dies of some sort. And there's some smaller companies out there too that have some amazing dies. So really cute way to use up a beautiful background paper. This one happens to be of a Santa, and he's like thinking here, like the kids are in the background and he's deciding things. And then she's just layered it up. So in this one, she's added it to a background paper. And here you can see it looks like it's a card set that's already made. She's added her stamp to the back. Inside Merry Christmas, a couple little sheets of paper that look like they're stamps. So she's kind of cut them out, which is really cute, and then stuck them on there. And then a little tag up here with a fun little gingerbread man. So she's kind of layered up all these little vintage elements. Same version, just a tag in a different spot with different, this one's a snowman and then a different bow. Another version of her beautiful vintagey cards that she's made. Lots of layers to her cards. Love layers. So I love these cards. They're so pretty. So this is one. She had a whole bunch of these. So there's a tag here. If you can see this little filigree thing that's going on right here. This is all part of this tag right here. And there was a whole bunch of them. She had a lot of different versions. And these look like they're elements that they kind of go together. It's like these paper piecing elements where you get them all, you pop them up, and then you pop them up on top of each other. So this looks like it fits right on top, and you just kind of keep layering and layering and layering. And then she layered it on really beautiful paper. For this one, she also added a background paper, which you can see it's been embossed. This white paper, it's been embossed. I don't know if you guys can see that. All right, let me get that light right. I'm trying to find it. One of my lights is really bright. There it is, I think. Yeah, you can just see it right there. So you can see it's got holly and berries on it. It's really pretty. And then here, Merry Christmas, a little snowflake in the corner. And then another, so it's all these tags layered up together. This is the same thing. This time she's added a layer in the background beyond this beautiful tag layered stuff that's going on. She's added some ribbons in here. She's got a red banner of paper behind all of it to kind of add another layer of color. And then she's got an embossed oval in the background. You can see that white oval. So she's really kind of added all these beautiful layers on top of this set that is already in existence. She just placed that on top, which is really pretty. All right, another couple of versions that she's done, and these are what I call the doily collection because she had a whole bunch of these beautiful cards that had doilies behind everything. So I love doilies. I think they're so pretty. And as you can tell, these two are different. They're not the same one. So she really kind of played around with it. This one, she actually cut out a section and layered behind, which I think is really cool. So for this, she has taken all these different tags and like elements and all this ephemera. I think I said that right this time. Layers of papers. There's too many layers for me to explain everything, but it's like this is a giant tag, this is a smaller tag, and then just layers and layers with strips of paper, with a doily, with tags, with the main element, with ribbons and a button, a beautiful kind of button on here. So she's really played around with it and had fun with all the fun layers. Here's another one that's got, it's just plain green paper. This one's a pattern green paper. This one's even got another fleur element, kind of swirly element in the background. So it's just kind of adding all those fun ones. There's so many ways to make beautiful Christmas cards. Cynthia, I'm just reading your comment. You like the ones that anyone can do, simple instead of using special tools. I agree. I mean, I think, but everybody has their love of creating cards. And so it's just whatever you're into. Oh, look at this fun one. She's added a little Christmas. This is a sticker that she's got on the inside. So it just depends. Sometimes you want to branch out and do something fun and different because you've done the other ones or you got a new tool. So you want to play with that and have fun with it. But yeah, just being able to do really simple elements is also amazing as well. All right, this next batch is from PDL Creations. So this is PDL Creations. I believe this is Lynn Ashley. So here we go. And again, I will link everybody's information at the bottom of this if they have a YouTube channel, Instagram, or anything like that, Facebook, that they post all their stuff. If they left the link, I'll be posting it when we are done here. So this is another one where it's just lots of fun layers of papers. So she's taken layers and layers and like maybe simple stamping and just kept it very simple. Sorry, there's something. I have puppy hair on my desk. So here we have just a cream cardstock base. There are two different directions. I put these cards together because they're kind of similar. So she's added a very pretty background paper layered on a solid cardstock. So we have this red on top of a taupey color, tan color. We have the stripes on top of a green. And then she has a main element. This one happens to be the tree. This one happens to be the pattern paper of the poinsettia, which is also matted on a similar color that matches. This one's that same taupe color. This one's on a red this time. And then some sort of sentiment. This one happens to be a fishtail. Sorry, puppy hair is everywhere. A fishtail, 'tis the season to sparkle, matted on red, same red as the background paper and fishtailed. Here it's in a flag, sending Christmas wishes, matted on green. And just for a little fun element here, she's added the three, it looks like Nouveau drops or some sort of perfect pearls, just a little something off to the side. And this one, she's got two different banners that it looks like it could have been a die or a punch or something, and she's doubled it. She's not just a single one, but she's done the double one, which I think is really pretty. It's just a little something extra on the side of that. So fun. All right, another set she has done, again, a little different, but the same concept. So this time her focal point is either in a circular pattern or it's in a rectangular pattern. And so she's got a background paper, which here it's the red one, here it's the green kind of paisley poinsettia. This one's matted with purple, which I think is fun because she's, pulled out the purple from the pattern paper on this one. And this one's in this beautiful red, again, on a cream paper background. It's really pretty. And then, so it's lots of layers of mats. So on every layer she's got, for this paper, for this paper, for this paper, and for this paper, there's a mat behind it. So really adding lots of fun layers. And then for this card, she's got the vertical layer. So if I turned it, it's kind of the same concept. If you see, here's this banner here, here's this banner with an element. This one, she's a fun element is an L shape. Here, she's got the other element here is peace on earth, but it's the same kind of design. It's just turning it a different direction. And then beautiful season's greetings, of which has been stamped over top of a beautiful, it looks like a snowflake, and it's in a different color. It's that same kind of goldish color. So it's a double layer stamp, which is really pretty. And then this one is a poinsettia that has been colored in with peace on earth. And here she's got her little Nuvo drops again. Lots of fun. I totally agree with you. I think a lot of these people, great point. Yeah, these people, all of you guys make such amazing cards that they totally could be sold in stores. Some people just don't have the time to send them in or find some place to put them. Some people just do it for the love of card making. But yeah, there's a lot of different avenues that you could do some amazing card making, and they're gorgeous. And so yeah, there are some people that sell them. They have stores online, or they find local places. Some people even will go into like the hospitals and such, and they set up and they'll drop off lots of Christmas cards and sympathy cards and birthday cards and things like that. Birthday cards are like birth announcements for babies, because people are looking for cards in the hospital gift shops when those things are open normally. I'm not sure what the capacity is for them right now. All right, so another beautiful set of cards. This one's on white. This one is on a cream. And again, she's done for this card lots of the layers on the pattern paper, but this time she, instead of using elements like a stamp or something, she's just used a fun pattern paper and used those as a focal point. Here she's done them in 4 punches, or they could be dies, used them as kind of like a 4 banner, kind of like a little grid out of it, put a snowflake, and then a happy holidays. And then she's got this really pretty sparkly red paper in the background. And then here she's used it and matted it, and it's all these little fun like toques and hats. Beautiful element here that's been die cut out of this glittery white paper, a little ribbon in the background, and then celebrate the joy of Christmas. So you can use the pattern paper, which is why I put these 2 cards together, as your focal point if you kind of create that as your main element, instead of if you don't want to use a stamp or, you know, something just a little different. Hey, I have that tiny scrap of paper. Let's mat it and make it the focal. So I love these colors on here. Beautiful. But they're both gorgeous. They're awesome. All right, on to our next person. So the next person, she made a whole bunch of different cards. This one is from Mindy Msman. I think I said that right. And this is another fun peekaboo card. I love it. So here we have, it opens up. Whoop, and so the stamp that she's put on the inside, she's die cut that circle or punched that circle, depending on what you have. So she has a circle punched out. Stamp is on the inside. It's the most wonderful time of year. And as you close the card, you see a portion of that stamp, and then she has this beautiful die on the front. Oops, let's put that back down. Don't want to damage you. There we go. And getting those little filigree things are hard, because you got to get a little glue on all those little spots. And then a little sticker at the top that says holiday wishes. So think of those fun stamps that you might have that would look really cool that you can use as like a peekaboo. So you open it up and there's a little bit more to it. It could be a face, it could be an element. Lots of fun ways you can play with that. All right, another couple of fun cards that she made, a little different, but very similar. So this is using the white on white embossing in different ways. So here you can see she is embossed. She actually took the front portion of the card. So she put the embossing folder here, ran it through, stamped "Believe in the Magic of the Season," and then just gold. Look how pretty that is. That's just so elegant. I love that. This one's similar concept. She's got embossing. This time she's embossed this section of the card. So it opens up, same stamp on the inside, and then close it. This time she's done a punched border, or maybe it came that way in this gold glittery. And then she's added a pattern paper in this plaid. And then this is the moment. So really letting that white embossing really just pop and shine and shimmer and be awesome. Love that. Love those ones that are just like, wow, I could do that. Like you said, so cool. All right, here's another one. Oh, I had it right the first time. Again, another one from, she labeled most of her cards. Some of them she forgot, unfortunately. Same person again, Mindy. So this is one where it's a gatefold, same size card because we do A2 size cards, but instead of folding right in half, you just score it at one different spot. No extra tools needed. You can totally use your paper trimmer and you can score with your paper trimmer. If you've watched any of my videos where I do all these fun scorings, it is so easy. You don't have to buy a special tool for that. You can even use your finger to score if you want to. Pretty pattern paper on the front, just matted to the two panels. And then she's taken, this is a sticker, and she's just cut it and used it as kind of like the main window that you open up, and then you have the sentiment on the inside. So really cool. Just a fun little gatefold card. Gatefolds are so cool because they're one of those easy fun fold fake outs that make it look like they're harder than they really are, but they're really not. But it's just a different opening, so it just looks so much more cool. Not that regular cards aren't cool, they are. It's just a little different. All right. I pulled all three of these cards because they're very similar and I couldn't decide which ones, and she did a few more like this. This is the last one from, Mindy. I have too many people. I have my little list and I have too many people. I'm trying to keep track and not say the wrong name. So here she's played around with plaids and Christmas trees. And I just love it because all you need is that one die cut or that one punch, and that's it. So you could even, she did use a different punch here or a different die cut because she's got a circle and she's got this really cool scalloped square, but you could get away with just doing squares, and then she has a rectangle here. So in this one, she's altered a few things, like added a sticker here, added a bow here, added the twine here. But the main concept is you have your white cardstock base. Merry Christmas. Here we go for all of them. If I can open a card. Oh, this one opens this way, which is why I was having problems. Joy to the world. She's just tweaked it a tiny bit. They're all opening a little different. Believe in the season. Oh, and here she's added the red paper, so it covers up the twine so it doesn't get caught. Awesome, awesome. And then she's got her plaid. So here we have a plaid background, rounded corners, white circle with the Christmas tree and the same plaid die cut out. Excited for Santa with a little bow at the top. Background paper, different plaid, again, punched out on white with the fa la la. Here, instead of the big background, we have a square, scallop square, that's the word, but a white tree on it this time because she swapped the colors around and then the twine going around it. So you can really play around with the fun colors and how everything is laid up. Gorgeous. All right, and the last batch, and I love what she did this. She, like, seriously, she left me instructions about how to do all of it. This is from Mary Zimmerman. She has been doing my swaps for ages. She actually typed everything up and she organized it. I mean, she was the most organized person. And she comes up with some really creative ideas. I have, and just as a heads up, for everybody who is watching these, the whole point of doing these card swaps, the whole point of watching these videos is to inspire you to help create an amazing card and to come up with a really fun idea so that you guys are like, oh yeah, I want to do that. I want to create that, and just use the supplies you have because you may not have exactly what they have, or maybe you do. And you're like, oh, that's an amazing idea. That's why all of us card makers make these videos. We want you to be inspired and go and create in whatever capacity that you want to. So please feel free to card lift, card share, card create, however you want to say it, from all these amazing cards. Me personally, for all the years I have been crafting and creating, if somebody says, I loved your stuff so much, I made one of my own just like yours, it's the biggest compliment you could give me. And I think all of these amazing card makers would feel the same way. If you're like, I loved what you made so much, I wanted to make one for myself. Great. I think that's fantastic. All right, now, she has made a really cool technique and she sent me the instructions. So I'm going to read it from her because this is really cool. This image right here is a napkin. So there are so many amazing Christmas napkins. And the technique that we're going to tell you now is also for the next card set I'm going to show you. So just to show you, this is also, we're going to put these up together because it's the same idea. Right, here we go. So these are napkins. So this right here is a Christmas napkin, and so is that. And she's turned it into a card. And this is how she does it. So there is sticky paper, or you could use a glue stick and a piece of cardstock. You can also use the stuff called fabric infusing. Again, I'm just reading exactly what she says on here. So you separate the napkins. You only have one ply. So if you ever see a napkin, there's multiple layers to them. Take off the top layer so it has that pattern. Get rid of the layer that's just it's a blank white layer or a black layer or a gold layer or whatever it might be. Lay the napkin onto your sticky paper, or use a glue stick and make it sticky. and then smooth it out. Once your paper is ready, start laying the napkin down in a small area one at a time. So as you want to place it, she says, I placed the edge of the paper, took a medium-sized block and used it gentle to rub across the napkin. So you're going to want to rub, rub, rub. I love this. I'm going to, she even sent me, hear this. She even sent me a sample of the sticky paper and a napkin for me to try it. Isn't that awesome? Oh, you could use double-sided tape. Fantastic. All right. She did this for about every 2 inches, starting in the middle of the napkin to get the napkin flat and straight. Once the thread is attached to your paper, you want to leave it for 1 to 1.5 hours or 1 to 1.5 inches to hang over it to be wrapped. So you wrap it around the paper. Gives it a smoother look. Any type of adhesive to hold the napkin on the back. Be careful not to tear it. And once your napkin is attached to your paper, you use any kind of ink you want for embossing. So she went through and added, I think this is stickles, you can emboss it. She's added all kinds of, it has this really kind of cool texture to it. It's really fun. Do not twist the ink pad. This will tear your napkin. Good to know. So you can stamp over it. Your clear embossing powder and heat emboss as usual. Please be careful to move your heat gun consistently. She's very, very detailed about how she's done this. This is so awesome. So so she's used red and green stickles on the lights. I'm sorry. I'm just loving the fact that she gave me all the insideness about how to do all this stuff. So it's awesome. So all on here, this frosting, this has all been heat embossed on. So she's added all this beautiful texture to this card. And then here she's added stickles and then just kept it very simple. Matted on black, a little ribbon, Merry Christmas stamp here, from our home to yours. And then some little gems here in the corner. But it's a really, really cool technique. And again, she sent me all the supplies, so I'm going to have to add this to my repertoire and try it at some point. And this would work for more than just Christmas cards, the same technique. She also said that she used, instead of it being a napkin, it was a special sticky paper. And when I do the video on this, I'll explain how, what the paper is and everything. But she said she also used it for fabric. So it's a great way, and then you can dye it. It makes it stiffer and easier to use and not so frayable. So again, a napkin tears so easy, it feels like paper. It's awesome. Thank you, Mary. All right, so she did the same thing. She explained to me how she did all of these amazing cards. So here is another set from Mary. This is beautiful wise men. Look how gorgeous this is. I love it. Her cards are fantastic. So here she has a stamp set of the wise men, stamped and colored in, and she actually has doubled it up. And so she stamped it directly onto the paper, colored it. This is what's amazing. So she stamped it, colored it once, stamped it, die cut it, colored it a second time, and popped it up. So it really gives it that dimension. So you can see the little wise men, sorry. They're down here. She didn't she did 100% color those little guys. Awesome. So that's on there. We have beautiful pattern paper on the back here. And then she's got a layer, the layer of the card is this kind of beautiful taupe color. Again, she gave me all the instructions on here about how she did this, which is awesome. Another stamp in here. Wise men still seek him. May the peace and hope of Christ's birth be with you throughout the year. 2-poinsettias stamped. She did add Wink of Stella on here to give that little shimmery shine to her poinsettias. She also did the same thing to her wise men. And then for the star, she stamped it, colored it in yellow, yellowed it around the background. Lots of beautiful twine you can see here. Again, colored it below, stamped directly on the paper, colored it in with all the extra, with more Wink of Stella, and then another one popped up, and then the extra star. Oh Holy Night stamped, fishtailed on this beautiful, it's almost like a rose gold paper. It's got a hint of a rose that matches with the paper in the background. And then this is white paper matted on a taupe paper to give it lots of beautiful layers, lots of pop dots and layers, and just really pretty. Love that. Gorgeous. All right, here's another one. And she said this was kind of a 2-for-1 deal because she used the exact same stamp. So this is that same star stamp up in the corner. This one's not been, this has just been stamped. She's got 2 layers on this. So she said the small red paper. Here we go. Yeah, this one, sorry, I'm trying to see what she says. So this one was the large stars been stamped and then fussy cut out. Wow. So she fussy cut all those stars. And this is double starred. There's not just one, there's 2 of them here. And then she's popped that up. She has a red base, and then inside is another that's hope. The gift of faith, the blessing of hope, and the peace of his love. May the peace of Christ. So this is two separate stamps because this is the same one from last card. May the peace and hope of Christ's birth be with you throughout the year. And then a little angel in the bottom. Again, more wink of Stella on all of this. Same color, the taupe that she did on the inside as a banner. Here we have stars in the red paper that's been embossed. You can really see those pretty stars. And then on each of those raised stars, she added more wink of Stella on there, so you can really see them kind of glittery and shiny. And then here we have stars are brightly shining, and I don't know what you would call that shape, but it's kind of like a bubble banner because it's bubbly in the middle, but it bannered out. I don't know. There's got to be some sort of fancy name for that. A bow on the bottom, and really, really, really pretty. I love that. She's got a couple more. We've got so many amazing cards this year. All right, she had some fun with some folding because I think this is awesome. And again, I have my instructions. Ta-da! All right, so this one is called the Folded Tree Diagram. And she says DSP for tree. I'm not sure. So it's half of a small doily at the bottom, baker's twine sequins. And then this is just, I think it's a half of a circle that you folded, and I'm going to have to look that up because I've seen this a couple of different times and it's really pretty. So you take a patterned paper, you fold it a few different times, and it looks like a tree. She's added in the sequins. It's on an oval on red, the doily at the bottom. It's a little tiny doily. See, doilies are awesome. You can get so much on here. We've got a little piece of paper here for the stem. We got some ribbon down here, a couple of different options. Wishing you a very happy Merry Christmas. I was missing a word in there. It's all in a white cardstock, or kind of a creamy cardstock base. And then she's added an extra layer on the inside here. So just really pretty. There it is. Gorgeous card. Oh, and then the star up top. Very pretty. And then here is her other tree. Now this is a super origami tree. Keep in mind, she made 5 to 10 of each of these cards. And there are more that she made. And I am going to show some more of a lot of these people's cards if they were very different, and some other videos later on. Just really wanted to get everybody at least a little bit of love before all the card swap happened, before I sent them all back to you. So this is an origami fold Christmas tree. So she keeps saying DSP, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure what DSP means. I'm sure it's a die cut system of some kind, or some sort of something I'm not remembering at this top. So she's got, it's a fold. It's got probably like score marks on it, and you can see the beautiful tree. She is, and this is in a pattern paper again, little Christmas presents down at the bottom with twine and elements, and like she's got fun ways that look like they're wrapped. Rectangles on top of rectangles to look like they've got little like wrapping on them. Beautiful star up at the top, and then she's added these fun little pearl circles, for about lack of a better term, but they almost look like they could be buttons, kind of. They're really pretty. White pearls is what she's calling it. And then on the edge of all the trees, just as like a little extra frosting, she's put some Nouveau edges on the edge of it. And then so that's on a red background, which is on like a brown background, which is on this beautiful green background. On the inside, she is stamped with a stitch circle, wishing you a season full of peace and wonder and love. Merry Christmas. And a little washi tape at the bottom and the top of both of those on the white paper. So really pretty. That took some time to fold all those trees. That's some energy right there. And awesome. And thank you for the instructions. I truly appreciate that. So amazing, amazing job, everybody. If you would leave a comment to tell everybody how much wonderful they did, because you ladies have rocked it. So we had 8 ladies this round for these cards, but there are more coming. You guys did such an amazing job. I'm just throwing all the cards out there, kind of rehashing. If you were interested, if you missed, you jumped in late, we went over all of these amazing cards from some wonderful card makers. There was already 2 other videos up from this season's of card making. Look how pretty. So many gorgeous cards. There is more videos to come. If I did not get to your cards today, do not fret. You will be coming. Look at them all. They're just so pretty. So many fun ones. You guys rock. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you are interested in joining into my card swaps, I host them throughout the entire year, 3 to 4 throughout the year. They are a blast. It's a great way to get inspiration and just some fun ideas from what people do. Gotta love the fun fold one. Little pop-up one. Can't believe she cut that by hand. That is crazy, but it's awesome. I love the shimmery shiny. Sorry, some more fell off on the edge. So look, just all the amazing cards all these wonderful ladies did. And the last one's just the vintagey ones. A little bit of everything. They are so awesome. Cards are still coming in. They're on their way. I'm so sorry, Crystal and Cindy. Like I said, they're still coming. I have probably, we went to the mailbox yesterday, and I don't know if you guys saw the post, the picture I posted on the Facebook group, but we had at least 30 packages come in yesterday. We have processed through about 10 of them. These are all cards that came in the mail last week. I think a couple from this batch that I just started opening. I'm opening up even more tomorrow. My daughter and I sit there and we open them up. We make sure the card numbers are correct. We log in if there's any money. We make sure that, you know, we just kind of process through everything and make sure we catalog it into the spreadsheet that we have. So we have everything recorded and that nothing gets missed, or try to get nothing that's missed recorded at the payment has been received for the return envelope and all that stuff. And so it takes time, but there are more cards coming. Do not fret. I just can't fit every single card into every video because I would be here for hours. And not all the cards have come in yet either. So I do start these videos as the first ones start rolling in. So it will be coming. Don't worry, don't worry. Lots to go, lots to go. So we have probably close to 70 people in this swap. The minimum cards to send in was 10, but you could send up to 50. And I'm kind of capping it at about 5 cards per person in these videos, because some people will send me 30 cards and every single card is different. And that would just be a lot of videos, or a lot of long videos. So I do have to kind of cap it because I can't ramble on forever. But I do try and show as many amazing cards that you guys do as possible from every single person will get showed in a video at some point before the cards all get sent back to you guys. So thank you for everybody joining. Please give all these amazing ladies some love. More videos coming from this wonderful card swap. Link down below to everybody who has a link to their sites will be coming very shortly. And if you've not yet liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Give it lots of hearts and thumbs. I know my camera's really close, so haven't moved it yet. I would really appreciate that. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so. And I will see you guys again. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, everybody.